Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Amy's Trading Journals. Today is 16th December 2020, Wednesday. And today, about the market performance or the market weather for today, my comment is a ray of sunlight piercing through the cloud. You remember? Yesterday I mentioned the cloud is still there, right? So should be careful. Then today we got a ray of sunlight piercing through that cloud. A hint of hope there, right? So later we check. And for the second part, we will learn how to fend off the unsettling situation and at the same time capture profit based on Apple and Enphase energy. We can learn from these two stocks how to fend off unsettling situations and capture profit. And also for Singapore market, we have Ventures Soared up by more than 20% today. That's crazy. So can we chase? Later we talk about it. And apart from Venture, we have Comfort Delgro, Olam and Genting go up steadily. Later we check the details. And the last part is for individual stock diagnosis. So if you still have some stocks to diagnose, you want me to diagnose later, you WhatsApp me. This is my WhatsApp number, 6592312307. Okay, so before we begin, I still have this disclaimer to make. All the stocks mentioned in the video are for the purpose of demonstration and education, not recommendation. Investors should be aware of the risks involved in stock trading and take full responsibilities for their own tradings. Okay, we quickly check the general market performance, the market weather for today. We see yesterday or last night, Nasdaq went up by more than 1%, more than 1%. So we see the price already reach the high price of the yellow Tai Chi signal. Although the price didn't really break up, hit a new high, right? But already the price reached the level. So Nasdaq is the strongest among the three major indexes for US. And we see the range for the yellow Tai Chi. The bottom is support and currently the top is resistance. If tonight or in near future the price finally hit a new high again, that means the market would go upward again. But on the other hand, we always need to bear in mind the potential risks, because until now for Nasdaq we don't really have a significant correction. And if we check a deviation expert in the second window, we see that for the price, already the market hit a new high. Clearly, it's higher high for the price. But for our deviation expert, we see the high points here, here, and here. It actually becomes lower and lower. So it's lower high. This is a bearish divergence here. So bearish divergence is danger alert signal. It doesn't mean that the market must drop immediately. So, and the other thing is, if in near future the price begin to go up and deviation expert money begin to flow in again, means we have read about again in future, and the money inflow, if it becomes a lot of a great amount of inflow, maybe in future the red bar would rise and reach the previous high here, or even higher than this previous high. Then means what? It's no longer a bearish divergence, because the money also the money flow also hit a new high and the price hit a new high. So it's the same. The performance of the deviation expert and for the price act in the same way. No divergence. No divergence means energy supply is sufficient. The market is in very healthy uptrend, right? So currently it is a bearish divergence, but I mean in future this situation might change if money continue flowing greatly in near future. But of course, let's say if the money it didn't flow in greatly in near future, it's still quite weak in near future. Still, we have the probability or possibility that we would have another significant correction, at least for short term. So on one hand, we should catch the opportunities. On the other hand, we should always bear in mind the potential risks and get ready and get prepared for the risks. And the best choice or the best strategy is you always set your stop loss level and abide by it strictly. And also, on the other hand, you need to control your own positions. Position management or money management also is very important to, let's say, to minimize your risks and at the same time maximize your profit, right? Okay, so this is for Nasdaq, and we continue to check Dow Jones. Dow Jones last night also went up, but it also reached around the high price. The high price here, it didn't really break up new high, and we see the support below is here, right? The previous small upward gap. This is the near future support level. If for Dow Jones it also hit a new high, then means higher probability the price will continue going up for a while, for short term at least, maybe before we have another significant correction for short term again. Okay, I think this previous upward gap here, it's very difficult for the price to touch, because now obviously the upward momentum is quite strong, right? Sorry. Okay, so this is about Dow Jones. Then let's check S&P 500. It's the same. Now it's slightly below the high price here, and the support is also the previous small upward gap. So we are waiting for the price to break up the resistance of the previous high, or it would drop again to challenge the support here. Then the immediate support level here need to monitor. All right. Okay. So because the U.S. Went up quite a lot last night, that's why we have. Let's say today, all the Southeast Asia markets go up, right, until now. Just now when I was checking, STI, yes, it went up by 0.48%. The current value is 2,869 points. So 2,869. Do you remember this Tai Chi signal, right? So today, the price already cleared the Tai Chi signal. Yes, the price already cleared the Tai Chi here. So means high probability the price might continue going up to challenge the high price here. This would be strong resistance, and this is the previous downward gap, right? I didn't put it in the chart, but previously I showed you. There is a downward gap. That's why the price hit a high here, then drop, because that's a very strong resistance at the previous downward gap level. Okay, so yes, if US continue going up in near future, our STI would continue going up to challenge the high here, the high price here. And the immediate support is the 80.9% of the Fib golden retracement. The value is 2,822 points. Okay, then for KOCI, we see also today the rally is quite forceful for KOCI. Until now, it's 0.74%. The value is 1,686 points. 1,686 points. The price already cleared this strongest, the second strongest resistance here, because the level is 1,695. Currently it's 1,686, not yet clear, right? The top of this second longest bar value is 1,695. Now the value is 1,686, still slightly lower than the strongest resistance here. But if the price, let's say US continue going up in near future, high probability, KOCI also can break up the resistance here. Then in future, even if there is a correction for short term, this level would be very strong support in future. Okay, so this is for KOCI. Finally, we check Hang Seng Index. Hang Seng Index today, it also went up. It is going up now. It's 0.82%. The value is 26,422 points. 26,422. It's still above the longest blue bar of chip distribution. It's still the support, but now the price still remain below the Tai Chi signal, right? The Tai Chi and also the relatively long blue bar here, the top of the relatively long blue bar here, the small yellow box I draw here is the level, right? So this still would be quite a strong resistance for Hang Seng Index. So we need to see whether the price can really break up the resistance. All right, so that's about the market performance. Then let's continue to check individual stocks. For US market, last night we have Apple soared by more than 5%, right? It's a great rally for Apple. And do you remember my recently I actually analyzed Apple in my video. And do you remember what I mentioned? Back at that moment, the market is still in the sideways area, right? So the market just sideways there. The future or the direction not that clear, right? And I mentioned about the first red circle, remember? I mentioned about the first red circle, and actually for this one, we got the confirmation to buy. And I told you by then that if you want to try, you can buy some Apple. And I also told you the stop loss level, right? Because the market was at an unsettling situation. Until now still, the direction is not that clear. Although I mentioned today there is a ray of sunlight piercing through the cloud, but still it's not the real final confirmation. And also we checked about the bearish divergence, right? So the market also always will be uncertain to some extent, right? To some certain extent, the market is always uncertain. We always have to deal with the unsettling situation, and then how to deal with it. On one hand, you pick the right stock, because this year we don't have retailers. Big boys around 25%, still okay. The price above the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow. Can you see the yellow lines here? Of Rainbow. Medium term, uptrend, healthy. First red circle, we get a confirmation to buy, right? But sometimes after we get a confirmation to buy, maybe the price would not go up immediately. It would drop first. If the price drop, so what is the stop loss level? I have mentioned it for many times in my video. For this case, for example, I mentioned back then, right? You can set your stop loss at the low price of the first red circle candle. That is the first stop loss level. The second stop loss level is the red circle or the yellow lines below. I mentioned as long as the price stay above the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow and the price gets support at the red circle here, we are still quite safe for short term. Then you see after that we have a correction, and then this day also the price gap down open, although it gets support at the red circle and begin to go up, but still it's a bit frightening on that day. If you were monitoring during the trading slot, it's quite a bit frightening, right? But you have your own standard. The price never drop below the low price of the first red-circle candle. No need to fear, right? Yes, you see? That's how you can capture the big rally last night, 5%. Because if you want to chase after Apple after the 5% rally today, your cost will be higher than others. When your cost is higher, means you are less safe. You're less safer than others. Others they enter at a lower price, then they will be safer for you. Just like I shared with you my trading for buying tech recently, right? Because my cost level is low. My cost is $119.43, and that's very close to the half level of the previous two significant candles, and we say that's a significant support level. And the day before yesterday, when we have the price gave us the big correction, more than 10% for buying tech. So I managed to stop loss around the $119.19. Because that's my stop loss level. I just stop loss when the price touch my stop loss level, so that I can escape the sudden big drops. I'm safer because my cost is low. Yes, okay. So for this one, you chase after Apple. After today, wow, it's high. I'm not saying that you mustn't make profit, or you certainly cannot make profits, but your cost is high. What if in near future the market give us a forceful correction, maybe because of some sudden bad news? Yes, if that happens, for those who have entered at a lower position, yes, they can, let's say, fend off the risks. They can really fend off the risks. On the other hand, if the market just go up as what we are expecting now, then they can capture the profit here. They can minimize the profit and maximize the profit and minimize the risks. Okay, so if you want to do that, you need to have your own effective trading system. I have tried to share with you this trading system almost every day, right? Multi-color dragon, to distinguish whether the share has great potentiality or not, by checking the value for the big boys and also the value for the retailers. And also, Homilychart tell us for long term, for medium term, whether the trend is healthy. And then red and white circle is for us to pinpoint the short term entry point and exit point and our stop loss for for short term trading. So you follow the trading principle here, you can very easily secure the profit here for Apple. And I remember previously one member told me he already entered, yes, around 7th December. Yes, if he was still, he has kept this stock until now, right? He has already managed to secure the profit here, right? This is for Apple. And then the other one, Enphase. Yesterday in the noon, when I talked about Enphase, I said this is the confirmation to buy. And for this one, why it sold up by 10% yesterday? You see, last night it's 10% big rally here, right? So how can we secure the profit here? Because I mentioned yesterday, the big boys more than 75% quite stably. This is the extremely bullish stocks. Picking the right stock or making the right decision is far more important than working hard. You have picked this kind of stock, you are already successful for more than 60 or even 70%. Okay, so yes, you pick the right stock, you follow the indicator. First, the red circle, confirmation to buy, you just buy, then safely secure the 10% of profit last night. So by sharing with you how to analyze Enphase and Apple, I try to share with you how can we deal with the unsettling situations to find out the risks, potential risks. And on the other hand, we can manage to capture the profit, to maximize our profit. So let me make a summary for you. First thing is you need to have an effective trading system so that you can distinguish the strong stocks. You pick the right stocks. With big boys take full control, more than 75%, or with big boys still quite strong with no retailers. And the other thing is you need to strictly abide by your trading system. Yes, the first circle, get confirmation you buy, and if the price go against your favor, right? It doesn't move in your favor, then you stop loss level. Your stop loss level, have you already set your stop loss level? Also very important, because for Apple, for Enphase, we see them up, we secure the profit. But what if they didn't go up? What if last night the US it dropped? Because the situation is still not clear, right? The direction for the market not so clear last night, before last night, or even now, right? So what if the risks come? Your stop loss will play a very important role to make sure you are safe, your capital is safe. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you for the trading skills and methods. And then for Singapore market, today we see Venture, right? Venture is quite crazy. This is before today. This is still yesterday, right? So Venture is sold up by more than 20%. Price already above the yellow line, the white line of Homilychart rainbow. We see that's both of that cost. Maybe we check the real-time chart first. Then we go back to the end of day to do the analysis. Okay, can you see today it's the price now already above the white line of Homilychart rainbow here. Okay, we see the retailers decrease significantly. The big boys begin to participate, right? Begin to appear, and the volume enlarged greatly by maybe 6 or 7 or even 10 times, I think, right? So why? Many people want to ask, can we chase after Venture after today's big soaring? And until now, we see a long upper shadow here, right? Okay, we need to go back to the end of the chart to do the analysis, and we also need to check volume a bit. Okay, so can you see that for a very long time, the biggest volume is here, right? That's 17th August. 17th August is a bearish candle with volume enlarged greatly. This is the biggest volume for a very long time until now, right? So the volume, the biggest volume day, the highest volume day, the corresponding candle here, right? The 17th August candle, that would be a key candle. This would be a key candle. And in future, the range between the low and the high of this key candle on 17th August would be a very strong resistance. In future, should there be a rebound? And we check the high price of this key candle is 0.104. That's 10 cents, right? That's 10 cents. And now the current price is 0.094. So the highest price for today is 0.099. So it's very close to 10 cents. the highest price today is very close to 10 cents. Why it just reached 10 cents, then drop, give us the long upper shadow? Because that is the top of this previous key candle. The top of the previous key candle here is 10 cents. The high price is 10 cents. Means what? If in near future, the price can remain quite stably above or can break up, firstly break up the 10 cent resistance level, in future, maybe Venture still can continue going up. We have such a probability. Yes, maybe the probability even can be high that the price can continue going up in future, because for this one, it didn't go up much. It's still at the bottom area. And if the price reached 10 cents, right, means the price is at least more than 10 cents. Because for me, personally for me, my trading experience is I never touch stocks less than 10 cents. If the price reached or it break the 10 cent resistance here, then it also maybe for me, I can consider it. Because my standard is I only trade stocks or buy stocks more than 10 cents. If it's less than 10 cents, I seldom touch it. Okay, that's my personal experience or principle. Okay, this is for Y Venture, right? So it means we need to pay close attention to the 10 cent resistance level, whether or not the price can break up and stay stably above the level. Okay, so this is about Y Venture. And then yesterday, I mentioned about Olam. Olam, we say the first recircle, the buy points not yet confirmed yesterday. Then how about today? Today we see, yes, the price already, up until now, the price already above the high price of the first recircle candle. We can say this is a confirmation, right? It's a confirmation. And of course, I mentioned for again and again and again that the software is not 100% accuracy rate. And if this one, today it break up the high of the first recircle, but in future a drop, then how to deal with it? It's possible. We always need to get prepared for the worst scenario. I mentioned for many times, right? And how to deal with it. Okay, so for this case, your first stop loss level can be half of this first recircle candle, because the first recircle candle is a long one. The half level is the conservative stop loss level. And if you want to take a more aggressive stop loss level for short term, open price here. I believe if the price in future really drop to the open price level, it should also touch the recircle. The recircle also would be support, and means if the price drop below the open price of the first recircle candle, the circle also would turn color to white. If it turn color to white, also is the stop loss level. Okay, so this is for Olam. And then yesterday I also mentioned about Comfort Delgro. Comfort Delgro, we see we still don't have the confirmation yet. You should keep monitoring. If you want to be safe, you wait for the confirmation. If you want to try the aggressive method, you can try, but never forget to set your stop loss level, and you should abide by or execute your stop loss level strictly. Okay, so this is Olam and Comfort Delgro. So let me check. Do I have something else to check? Comfort Delgro, Olam. Oh yeah, Genting. I forgot about Genting, right? Okay, so for Genting here, if you are Homely member, right? So you already got the software and you're monitoring. Actually, first recircle, the second day, it's not yet the confirmation, second day, but today, market open, can buy. But you see, if you want to catch some big rise, right, you need to get prepared in advance. It's not like today we see it already sold out, then you want to chase after it. I already mentioned, if you want to chase after the rally, you already your cost level is higher than the others. You are less safe than others. Okay. So actually, I mentioned it because today one Homely member told me he entered this morning. That's why I paid attention to it. And because he already joined Homely member, right? So he has monitoring this Genting ever since the first recircle here. So he monitored for 3 days, and today market open, he see that it gap up open higher than the high of the first recircle candle. He just buy in. Okay, yes. The pattern here is quite a beautiful one, right? Because it's a narrow sideway area for a while. But if you want to enter after today, your cost would be higher. Okay, your cost would be higher than others who have bought earlier. Okay, so this is about the sharing for today. And let's check your stocks. Do you have stocks to diagnose today? Okay, so we've got MARA, Nasdaq. Okay. Oh yes, it's a beautiful pattern. The price is a bit cheap. It's a bit cheap, but the volume is okay. The pattern is okay. The price also already cleared the previous high here. The pattern is beautiful with big boys. Yes, more than 75% quite stably. It's quite a bullish pattern here. Yes, first recircle. Wait for the confirmation to buy for short-term trading. The other one, MAT. Also Nasdaq. Yes, recently Nasdaq is stronger. I think if we stick to Nasdaq, would give us better profits. After all, Nasdaq has been a bit weak. Let's say since when? Since December. It's not December. Let me check Nasdaq again. You see, for Nasdaq. Oh yes, actually recently it's already quite strong ever since 24th November, right? Before that, Nasdaq has been quite weak, and the strongest one was Dow Jones by then. But I mentioned it around 24th November, right? So maybe the Nasdaq would lead again, lead the other two indexes again. I mentioned around that timing, and now we see the Nasdaq has lead the market for a while until now, right? And yes, let's continue to check the MAT. Yes, this is also a very beautiful pattern here. Big boy is more than 50%, and it's around 75%. Also quite strong, and it's $19. Okay, volume okay. Yes, so it's good. So for this one, because the first recircle candle is a long candle, right? So it's possible that maybe in near future the price will drop first. You need to check the half level. If the correction remain above the half level of this first recircle candle here, the upward momentum for short term still is quite strong. Okay, this is MAT, POLA. polar power. Is it solar energy? Yes, solar energy quite strong, just like Enphase. And yes, today I spotted another solar stock, also quite strong. I forgot the name. It's really, really strong. The rally is even crazier than Enphase. I forget the name anyway. So polar power. We have a long upper shadow. This one, the pattern is not so beautiful. The candle pattern here, it's just a $4. I think this one, yes, volume not so good. The pattern here, the candle pattern here is not a very good one compared with the other tools we have checked. Yes, this one for short-term speculation can try, but if for me, if I have a better choice, I will always choose the better one. I'm not saying this one is not good, but this one may be not as good as the others, the other better stocks, okay? And then the other one's PLAY. Yes, it's the first recycle. And it's at a low position just after the birth of that horse. And short term, we have the price about to go up again with big boys more than 75% quite stably. You see the US market, it never lacks good stocks, strong stocks, a bunch of opportunities for us to catch as long as we have the method. All right, I think that's more or less the contents for today. And in the end, for those who are not yet Homely members, if you want to know further about the Homely training classes, or you want to know further about the software application, we have some seminars open for public. And today is Wednesday, tonight 7 to 9 p.m. we have a session talking about year-end trading strategy to make big profit. If you want to catch the year-end profits, you should definitely attend this seminar. This is for tonight. And this coming weekend, Saturday morning, we have the English one, talking about the trading strategy after the vaccine distribution, right? This is in English. Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. And Sunday afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m. is another Mandarin session with the same topic but different lecture. Okay, so if you want to attend any of these three seminars open for public, you need to WhatsApp me so that I can register for you for free. This is my WhatsApp number, 6592312307. You WhatsApp me your name and which seminar you'd like to attend. All right, so I will register for you for free. And also, in the end, because recent several days, we only get several people diagnose stocks. If you feel that you don't like this part, the fourth one, individual stock diagnosis, right? So maybe I will cancel it because I don't have so many people WhatsApp me stocks, so I figured that maybe you don't need me diagnose stocks for you. All right. So if more and more people WhatsApp me to diagnose, maybe I will still save this first part. But if still we just have one or two or several people WhatsApp me the stocks to diagnose, maybe in near future I will consider cancel the fourth part. Okay, you just let me know whether or not you want me to still keep it. Okay, and that's all for today, I guess. And always looking forward to seeing you. Let's say tomorrow. All right. So I will see you again tomorrow. That's all for today. Bye bye.